guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I thought I would make a little folio. Now I'm going to use my lovely spring papers. They are just beautiful. We have nearly finished the embellishment, so they should be out on Monday, but obviously I think this is probably going to go on Monday, but they're not done yet. So I thought I'd make a little folio. Now I've been making one on Instagram, but on Instagram I can only do sort of like little snippets of videos, of reels. So I thought I would sort of like do a, you know, a full sort of video, a nice, very, very simple one. So if you're a beginner, this is absolutely going to be perfect. So I think, what shall I use? Shall I use this one? Shall we have a nice, this is, I have printed on the back and the front of these for the sort of like flips that I like to do. These are some sort of leftover pieces that I've got from doing the other folios, and these ones are just plain. Oh no, that one's not. That one's not. That can go in there. These are just plain on the back, so I can just do sort of like little pockets and things like that with those. So what shall I have on the front? I do like these big tulips. They are lovely. So I'm going to use this. So it's just, I've just printed on 160 GSM paper. So I want this to be pretty simple so that you can sort of like follow along with me. I'm just sort of like, you know, basically making it up as I go along. There's no sort of like real sort of like template. So I'm just folding that in. So should I do a little bit of measuring? Let's get my ruler here. So I've just folded that in about 4.5 inches. And then this little bit left over is about 2.5 inches, and I've just folded that over just under 2 inches, which is 5 centimeters, and I've done that, folded that in about 11 centimeters. So, you know, it's just eyeball it, just so these are sort of like lined up nicely. So it's going to be a really nice little simple one. Now I'm going to just ink these bits so that I can see you know, the fold lines, so it's easier to sort of like line up the paper that we're going to pop into it. So it's going to be nice simple one today during the beginning of the week, which is nice. We went for a beautiful walk yesterday morning on the beach, and we did it again this morning. It is absolutely gorgeous in the mornings. Really, really lovely down on the beach. It's a little bit chilly, a little bit windy, but today I actually had a paddle in the sea. It was beautiful, really kind of cold, but it was just looked so refreshing and so lovely that I had to take my shoes off and have a little paddle. It was really, really nice, so that was nice. Jessie absolutely loves the beach. She loves having a run on the beach. She doesn't run like she used to, because she's a little old lady, but she loves to have a little meander along the beach and a little sniff. There were a couple of other dogs there, and they really wanted her to play, but she didn't want to know at all. She was like, go away, I'm just strolling on the beach. So they were younger dogs, and they were pretty sort of active, so she didn't want to have anything to do with that, bless her. So what I'm going to do now, I've gone in between this little bit, I'm going to do like a little flip, but I want to stick it down with a little piece here. I'm going to stick this bit down. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to score down there. I'm going to score with my little Fiscus cutter, so just probably a centimetre or so, yeah, about a centimetre. I'm going to just stick that little bit down, oopsie daisy, just score down there like that. So then this bit will flip over like that. Oh, I do love working with these papers, they are lovely. Right, so this is going to stick on there like that, and I think I will just fold this up Shall I? I won't stick it down yet, but I'm going to fold it just so we've got a gap this side, because I want to do something with that side as well, like that. So we will make sure that that's level, fold that, and then I'm going to fold this back on itself like that, and then this little bit back on itself so we can have a little pocket, a little tuck spot in there, like that. So that looks sort of nice and neat. So this bit will stick down, and then this will come out like that. So I've just done one fold which is slightly in from here, that one which is slightly in from that side, and then this will be a little pocket. So then this will stick down, this will open up, and then that will flap up like that. So it's quite simple. We're going to have a little, we like a little rounded edge. I'm going to use this one actually. I'm going to use the little pretty edges. I'm going to just do this one in here, just so it gives it a little nice corner on there as you open it out. So we'll do this one as well. Which one did I use? That one. Just makes it look really nice, I think. A little, which way did we go? This way. On the corners like that. There we go. That opens up. So what shall we do with this one? Shall I do that corner? I don't think I will, because that's going to be like a little tuck, isn't it? I'm not going to embellish this with anything at the moment. I think I will just wait. Probably maybe I'll do an extra video on Tuesday and embellish it so that the embellishment kit will be ready. So I just wanted to get the sort of bones of it done, really. Like that. Just a little bit of inking. A little bit of inking. I did ink with the, what was it called? What was this one called? Can't remember now. Oh, Seedless Preserves. I did ink the one that I was doing on Instagram with the purple, which I quite liked, but I thought I'm going to just go in with the frayed burlap on this one. But I'm just inking it first, so we can stick it in. So I will stick this in at the end of that. So guys, did you have a lovely weekend? Have you had a nice weekend? Nice and relaxing, I hope. Yes, we had a nice weekend. We had to go out. We went out yesterday, Sunday, and did a little bit of, oh, it was Mother's Day, English Mother's Day, wasn't it, on Sunday? Yesterday it would have been. So yes, we went out and got some more plants. We went to the garden centre. I do love going to our garden centres. I should really video it for you, shouldn't I? Going there. But I think I get so engrossed in all the flowers and all the loveliness that I forget. So yes, we bought two big pots, because I got some bougainvillea, and it's not doing very well, and I don't think the pots were big enough. So we've got some very big pots now. They're really tall. I think they're about 50 centimetres. 50 centimetres? Was it bigger than that? Yes, I think it was about 50 centimetres, because that's 30. Yeah, I think they were quite tall. So they were really nice. So we've got some of those at the end of the garden now to put the bougainvillea in. So I'm hoping that will make them grow. They're not growing at the moment, but I think they were a little bit maybe root bound. Right, so that's what we're going to do. So I've done that little bit of inking. Shall I just, yes, I'm going to just do the corners on this like that. So when I do little videos on Instagram, I can only do sort of so much, and some of you have asked me to do a video on this, So I'm gonna change it slightly because we don't want to do exactly the same thing. It'll be a little bit similar, but and then it's all done in one go. So people that like to some people like to see sort of like just a little snippet of something, a little idea, to sort of like trigger a little bit of inspiration. So there we go. That's that little bit of inking for a moment. So this piece then will so this flaps like that. So we open that up. I'm going to just stick the little flap we did onto this side like this. I've got lots of little corners there. I'm going to just brush them all over my floor. There we go. Little bit of glue, just a little bit of tacky glue on there. Pop that down. Oh yeah, and this morning I also, coming back from the beach, it was so lovely that we had coffee in the garden. I planted some more seeds. I've got some beans, and what else did I plant? Oh, I planted some giant sunflowers. Giant sunflowers. I should have planted them ages ago, but I just remembered, so I'm hoping that they will grow. And then I planted some lettuce in the garden. So yes, I've had a busy morning, but just walking on the beach is just beautiful. It's so lovely. Cafes and stuff aren't open, so you can't sort of have a coffee, but it's just beautiful down there. Just so nice just to hear the sea, isn't it? And let me just turn this. I don't want to get glue everywhere. Pop that down like that. Okay, so we've got a little pocket, little tuck in there. Now I'm going to, where's my little bone folder? I'm going to really push that down, because the more you get a good crease on these, the flatter it will sit down, lie down, if you know what I mean. Lie flat like that. So then this just comes out, that goes that way, and then that goes that way. Love it. So that's lovely. So what we're going to do next is, let's pick another piece. See, I'm just loving all these papers. They're all lovely spring flowers, aren't they? What should we have? I do like that one. I love that one. Let's put these ones. We've got the little, oh, I've got quite a few here. Should we have a purpley and the little daffodils? I think we'll have this one. But I do love that purples in this one. So we're going to do the same, well, not exactly the same, but a little bit similar on this side. So this will go over that. So I think, so I'm going to put that down, do the same. Should we have the purple on the front? Let's have the purple on the front and flip over. So I'm going to just score down here, just so this sits on here. So I'm going to just do a little mark on this bit, just so it doesn't go over that, and then just do that. It's probably about 1 centimetre again. Let's have a little peek. What's that? Just slightly over 1 centimetre, but I'm going to do 1 centimetre, but that would have been just over. So let's just score down through there. Thinking I'm going to have to get another one of these, guys. I just want to know, this has like a little piece of wire here, but sometimes when I cut now it goes off. I don't know whether I've used it too much, but it's going very wonky. I don't know whether you guys have got one and it's gone a bit wonky. I don't know whether there's a way to fix it, or I might have to buy a new one because my papers aren't coming out very straight anymore. They seem to have a little kink in them, and I don't want a little kink in my papers. Okay, I'm going to put that then. This will stick on there, and we are going to do the same sort of thing. So this will come down, not as far. We've got this little line here where it flaps over. I want it this side. I don't want it to go over that line. So I'm going to just pop that down there. So we will fold it like that. So the little fold line is there. That doesn't look very straight, does it? It doesn't look very straight, but I think it is. So that will sit on there. So this will open up, so we've got that, like that. And then this can come back there, like so. Shall we put this one? Should we have that one as another little one, or shall I leave that? I might just leave that for a minute. Not quite sure whether I'm gonna. So this will open up like this, then it will open like that, and then we've got this one that comes out like that. Lots of little flippy flappy things. We like little folios that do that, don't we? So this comes down like that. So again, I'm going to, shall I leave that? You can put something. I think I will. Not that one, is it? It's this one. This one in here. Like that. So I did that one, and we want to do this edge. Oh, that went right down my top. Flipped. Right, if I'm not going to turn it over, shall I clip these? And then I was just thinking we could put some little sort of flappy pockets in there. Let's make these like that. There we go. And then back to the inking. Back to the inking. So guys, do you grow anything? Are you growing tomatoes or any vegetables or lettuce? In your gardens or inside on your balconies? I found I did actually, I really love butternut squash. I really, really do. And I think it was either beginning of this year or the end of last year, I'm not quite sure. I threw some of the butternut squash seeds in a pot, one of my pots from last year's vegetables. And I have now got 7 little butternut squash plants growing. So that's really, really exciting. I do like to grow a few things. Not that I'm very green-fingered, but it's quite nice to have things growing. Oh, and I've grown some cucumbers as well. But our garden isn't very big, and I don't have much to grow up, things to grow up the side of, if you know what I mean. So not quite sure where my cucumbers are gonna go up, because I think they grow quite tall, don't they, and hang down. So right, what are we doing? Doing this and this. Did I ink that? Not sure whether I'm going to add lots of things to this. I'm going to put pockets and stuff in it, but I might keep it quite sort of simple. Do you know what I mean? Because this, what I've tried to do is keep the thickness in the middle. Can you see? So when this goes, you haven't got a thick bit here or a thick bit there, and then this will just go in, and it's sort of like, you know, it's sort of in the middle bit. It's not, so I'm hoping that will work. Right, so I'm going to glue this little piece down. Which is a nice squidgy bit of glue. Pop that in. There we go. Bend that over. Oh yeah, I did say this is 160 GSM paper. Now, I think this is quite a nice, you know, little folio. Quite a nice one. It's got quite a good weight to it. But if you wanted to sort of make the same sort of thing out of just plain card, you can do that and then just stick onto your pages. So that's going to open like that. And then this one opens like that. So that's lovely. So, oops, that doesn't go down. Suppose you could flip that. You could have it quite a few different flippy ways, couldn't you? Will that go in there? Oh, you could. Well, that's quite cool. That one opens up, that one opens up, that opens up, and that opens up. Okay. So generally they just do that. Basically, one on either side. I quite like this at the top. Okay, not that it really matters. Not that it really matters at all. So I want to put some pockets in. Don't know whether I should have flipped that back, because that's going to be too big unless I put a pocket in there. Pocket on the front. Where's my little bone folder? Okay, I like that. I'm going to add some more little flippies. Some more little flippies we are going to add, and I'm going to do it with the plain on the back because we don't need the double. So this one, I love this one. Let's use this one. Like that. Now where should we put them? Where should we put the little pockets? I think I'm going to leave that one. I will leave that flat, I think, and put that in there. Like that. I'm going to have on this one, or should we have them on this one? I think I'll have them on this one. So that's this bit, that's the second bit, and opened out. I'm going to pop some little pockets in here. So I need to, which way? This side. I need to do another little score line down there. Let's put my ink lid back on. I'm going to do another little score line. It only needs to be quite thin. Let's turn it around this way. Should I do? I'll do another centimetre. Like that. Oops. A little centimetre down. Like that. So this will, I don't want you. This will go down. How big of pockets do we need? So this is going to fold over like that. So this is the size of the pocket. This is the bit that I'm measuring. I suppose we could have them quite big, couldn't we? So I'm going to do it like that. Can you see my paper is not cutting level for some reason? So I've just done that. I want to cut this piece off. Down through there. It's a bit willy-nilly actually. This is really not very straight. Don't know why. It's not straight. I'm going to put it on a little angle. There we go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this piece in 3. So basically we needed to just fold that over like that. This is another little bit that's going to flap, but I'm going to have 3 of them. And I'm going to use my little cutter because this one cuts straight. I'll just cut that little wiggly bit off. That's not very straight at all. Right, not really bothered. Try and get them evenish. There we go. So then these, whoops, I keep pulling that down. These will then stick on here and flap like that. So I want to make a little semicircle in there with my little cutter, with my little hole, circle punch, that's the word. So I'm going to put all of those together, just so that the circles are in the middle, or all in the same place, I mean. Put that on there. Yeah. I did all this, I did these ones on Instagram, so if you've seen it, then you'll know how they come out, but I'm doing it all in one go. Let's just have a little bit of an ink. I'm going to ink this bit. Because we're white inside, and as we close it, you've got your little brown bit in there, which is nice. So let's just ink these up. I'm going to turn that over, just ink this little bit. Should really have a piece of paper underneath, but I don't have. Oh, maybe I do. What have I got in here? Let's just use a little bit of this. Just so I don't get it all over my table. Oh, my granddaughters have got a competition this afternoon. They're only little, but they've started doing rhythmic gymnastics, where you do it with the ball and those little spinny things. So they've been doing that for a few months now, and they've got a competition coming up today. So it's so exciting. They are so excited because they've got all these lovely little outfits to wear, so they all look the same, and the competition is huge. There's lots and lots. They live in Spain, so there's lots of other schools and gyms that, you know, little gymnasium thingy-majiggities, whatever they're called, competing as well. So I'm so excited, and they're so excited. So it's times like that when I wish I lived a little bit closer, so that I could go and see. But I'm sure I will get lots and lots of videos and pictures. Bless them. So they're hoping, they want to get a medal. So I said that they have to, you know, do their very, very best to get medals. So I'm hoping that they will get something. Go a little bit of glue. Oh, there's not a lot. There we are. Just open that up. So this is a really good beginner's little folio, I think, and there's only a few bits of sort of folding, and it looks really sort of quite nice, doesn't it? Looks like you've put lots and lots of work into it, and it's not, you know, it's only a few sort of like pages. So these are lovely, quick and simple to give as gifts as well. I've just left my tacky glue just to go tacky just for a second while I added the glue to the other ones, and it really does help stick it a little bit better. There we go. Okay, let's hope that that's nice, and that's a really simple way to make a little flappy pocket. And there. Okay, and then all we need to do is stick these in, so we can put one there. Right, should we do it from the bottom to the top this way, like that? Stick down the top one, I mean, first. Then this one goes slightly over, and then this one will get slightly over that, so that they just do that. Flip up and flip up. And then you can still put, if you need to, put something underneath there. Nice and simple. So I'll pop that on there. Oh, it's got to go in a little bit. Oh no, it doesn't. I was going to say it needs to go a little bit further because this bends here, but this is on the back anyway, isn't it? No, we don't, guys. It has to come off. It's got to be right in there. Have I done that too? No, it's got to go right in there because look, we've got the fold line, so be aware of that. I wasn't thinking then, was I? But I think that should work if that wants to come over. Yeah, just about. So make it, can you see this is the fold line? That one there, the little fold line there. So I didn't think of that, but that will work lovely. Only just though. But if you did, you could always make this little flap a little bit smaller, a little bit thinner. So if I cut just a little section off here, it would have made it go in a lot more, so it would have still fitted. Luckily, oops, gosh, let's go a little bit higher. There we go. Then this one needs to just go on there. Perfect. There we go. Lovely. So does that go in? This one will fold over like that, and then this one folds over this one like that. So again, you've got this little space, but they just flip out like that, and then that goes in, so they're sort of like hidden, aren't they? This goes over the top. Oh, I do like this. It's lovely. Right, what should we do? So when we get some embellishments to put in there, I can tuck something in there. This can open up. I'm going to pop some little pockets on those in a sec. Little pockets on these bits. So we just need to do some pockets and bits. I think on this bit, should we do a flippy up thing? Should I do a little flippy uppy thing? We need a double page, don't we? I muddled these up now. Oh, here we go. What should we have? Should we have a purple on the purple? I was just thinking it could do that then. Could go up like that. Shall I do that? Let's just pop that there. I'm going to just cut that off. Let's hope it cuts straight. Put that one there. There we go. Oh, I need that because I need to make a little flippy thing, don't I? Should we just do that a centimetre again? So, okay, we could have it orange or we can have it purple. Let's have it purple. So we need to do this way. just so that flips up and down. I think, like that. I think that will look nice, and then we can have, I can find it, little bit on there. I might actually make that into a pocket as well. Shall I put an extra piece on there as a little pocket? I didn't measure that. I didn't measure it. Okay, let's do that again. Let's take this piece. What did we do this? We did that sort of for 3 3/4. Like that. That should fit. There we go. Perfect. So I will round to the bottoms, not round the bottoms, but do this. Like that. Take my little one and we will just cut a little bit off. What should we have? I was going to do that. I was just going to fold over. If I turn it this way, just fold over that top little piece. Doesn't look very straight. My cutting, it's not very good at the moment. I've just pushed that over the edge of that, so we've got a little, you know, flash of orange on that side, so that can go on there. I'm just going to ink this little bit. Good to see all the different sort of like flippy flappy things in one go. So even if you didn't want to make this whole thing, you could make the little flap that goes up, you could make the little three side flaps that we've just done. You know, just pick little bits out that you would like to do and put them in something else, another different journal, folio. So I thought maybe we could just pop that over there. That's a good idea. Let's glue this little bit down. Now once it's all done, it's entirely up to you how you embellish it. Just for me, you can add lots of lace, you can add other bits and pieces to it, fabrics and stuff. But I think I might keep this one quite plain. I might add a little bit of seam binding to it as little bows and stuff on there, but I might have to colour some because I don't have a lot of yellow. I've got some in here, but I have got that yellow's too bright, I think. Got a little bit of, oh, that's quite a nice one, isn't it? Oh. Oh, that's really long. Oh, tangled up. That's quite a nice one. This almost looks sort of, oh my gosh, it keeps going. When did I do that bit? Wow, that's huge. That's huge. But that's quite a nice colour, isn't it? We've got this sort of lighter pink as well in there, which is very similar to the, well, it is the same one that I used in Shabby Saturday for the little tags, but I think a little bit of seam binding would make it look really sort of like, still feel light, if you know what I mean. So sometimes when you make vintage journals and things like that, they can not necessarily are heavy, but they sort of like feel a little bit heavier. It's just the way that they're made, isn't it? You sort of end up, you add a sort of heavier fabrics and that to them. but adding sort of like a little bit of the light seam binding seems to keep it sort of like nice and light and fresh, if that makes sense to you. I'm going to just stick this on. A little bit of glue. So doing these things, it's not necessarily you're going to follow every step that I've taken, but it just gives you the idea of other things to put in your journals, isn't it? You might like this little pocket one to go into your journal. Straighten it up. There we go. Perfect. Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry guys, that was my phone. Okay, so we've got our lovely little pocket there, so I'm just going to stick that down under there, so that will flip up like that, and then we can have like a little tuck or something in a minute. I shall pop in under there. So we want it to go this way, don't we? Like that. So a little bit of glue on there. And then this will just stick on top. Like that. As level as the top as possible. Again, this would look really lovely to sew all these little pieces on your sewing machine. So if you wanted to sort of enhance it a little bit and give it a little bit more sort of like texture and stuff around it, you could sew around all these little bits before you actually stick them all in. Even if you just sewed around your page first and then stuck that in, I think that would look really, really nice. So we have a little flip like that, and under that flip I'm going to put a little tuck spot, but I don't want the double paper, do I? I just need a little piece of this. I need it white on the other side. I don't need to have it the double-sided, unless I've got a piece here. Is that going to be big enough for a tuck? What do you think? I think that probably will, you know. I don't want it to come down from the bottom, so I think I might just use this piece. Have it up at the top. I am going to use this bit, and I'm going to just cut. Oh look, that doesn't quite fit. I'm going to have to use this one. Let's just, oh, I've got so many things on my desk. Let's just take this piece. What should we have? I'm going to do 6 centimeters, so that's just under 2.5 inches. Pop that bit there. And then that can sit on there. And then maybe I could put something under here. Shall I have it? I want it to cover this so you can't see it underneath. I don't want it right on the edge, because I don't want it to be seen under there. But I think I will just clip that corner, clip that corner. So a nice little piece of purple seam binding just down this little bit would look really nice, wouldn't it? So let's just ink that down there, and we will just stick that over the top like that, and then we've got a little tuck and you can't see it. Lovely. Lots of tucks and pockets. We like lots of tucks and pockets. Little secret pieces of bits. Oops. To put lots of little things, little hidden things in there. There we go. There we go. And then this will just flip down through there. That out. So we've got a little tuck spot in there, and you wouldn't even know that was under there, would you? So that's lovely. Right, shall we have 2 same pockets on either side? Doesn't necessarily mean the same papers, but just the same style. So I'm going to just pretty. Let's have these. Let's have this one. Are these the same size? Where's my ruler gone? Oh, here it is, over this side. That is just under 4 inches. And that is just under 4 inches. So they're almost the same size. So we would like to do, I'm just doing some very basic pockets just to put on here because we've got lots of flips and flaps, so we just need some sort of like basic. Maybe I'll put, yeah, I'm going to just do one. So if I mark this, say roughly there, so I can cut all the way down through there and then say there. Okay. Take this, so what will that be? That will be for 3 3/4 inches, like that. And I'm going to cut on the smaller one, this one, because I know it's going to be nice and straight. But then this one is in centimeters, but I have marked it off in inches as well. So that's going to be roughly 3 inches or just under 7 centimeters, like that. So we've got 2 the same to go either side of here. So just some nice little pockets, but I think I'm going to, not that one, where's the other one gone? I'm going to clip all the corners. Oh no, I'm going to clip the bottom ones because I might put some something over the top of those. Something like a little bit the same, some little bit of seam binding or something. But we will figure that one out tomorrow in the one where we sort of embellish it a bit. But look, oh, love it. Love, love, love. A little bit on there. A little bit of glue. A little bit of glue on there. And this one. Oh, concentration for that glue there. Lovely. So that will fit in just that little bit in there, so it's all nice, the right shape on there. Take this one and pop that in there. Where's my little bone folder gone? Hiding somewhere. There we go. Perfect. So we've got 2 lovely pockets. One there. Oh, I like that. One there and one there. So this is going to go like that. Fabulous. I'm going to do a long tuck thing in there, I think. So it's almost like a double one. I could do with the same paper as this, but I don't think I've got it. I think maybe I'll just use this one. Like that. And then we can have that little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. Take a piece of this. Oh, I need a bigger desk, guys. Need to do a little bit of a bigger desk because I always have so much stuff on there. What should we do it? Should we have a little measure? I'm not really one for measuring. Should we have 2 inches? It's about 5 centimeters. Yeah. Let's do 2 inches. See, look, this is really off. I'm going to have to cut that little bit because it's really, really wonky. Don't know why. I wonder if this gap in here has got bigger and it sort of like gives it a bit more room to wiggle about in. What do you think? Do you think that's probably why? Okay, love this. Let's do all. I'm going to do all the corners on this one. Actually, I could probably pop that in as a little, oh, it's a little bit longer. Could probably put that in as a little belly band, couldn't I, instead? Maybe I'll do that, but it's a tiny bit longer. Let me just snip this. Just so it's a little bit flat at either end. I quite like the belly band look. Does that fit? Ooh, fraction more. Where's my scissors? Tiny, tiny bit more. Take a tiny bit off either end. Oops. There we go. A little bit of ink. So nothing really too fancy today. It's quite simple. It's just folding and just sort of straight pieces of paper, isn't it, really? Quite a nice simple little folio. So let's stick this in here like that. That's perfect. Little tuck spot. Make sure we are not upside down. Oops. There we go. Lovely. Oops, hang on a sec. Okay, oh, sorry guys, my phone today. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just thinking, so we've got a lovely belly band in there. I'm not sure on the embellishment, so I'm going to leave it. I might make something to go on here. So I might leave the rest of it because we've got little flippy flappies there. I think I will finish this off then tomorrow because we've been quite a long time. This goes up. So I think we've done pretty well on the folio, don't you? So this will go up. Which way am I going? This way, this way, this way. Forgotten myself. That will go on and then that will go on. I will probably make a little closure with a little Velcro closure. But I am just loving that unless I get a little tie or something. I'm not sure. I'll have a little think. But I want it to stay sort of like light and fresh. So love it. So easy peasy, guys. What we did, we started off just folding this outside piece, and then we made this little flip, and that's just 3 little folds and that one over, and then that comes over like that. We did this one, which is the same but opposite. We added these little flippy flaps, which are beautiful, and then we added this little flip up and a little tuck. So I can't wait to finish this off. I will do another video tomorrow, which I don't normally do on a Tuesday, but I will do it because this is going to go out Monday, so I'll do it again on Tuesday. So to finish it off, so super simple. I will pop down the link to the papers, and hopefully the embellishments will be ready for our next video. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that, even if you take little snippets of it and pop it into your journals or make a little folio. Like these little bits will be lovely in your journals as well. Any little ideas is good, isn't it? So thank you so much for joining me. Have a fab rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye bye.